your Facebook.
La la la.
Yeah. Theory Thursday.
And then Theory Thursday and share it. It's as simple.
Facebook starting now.
Theory Thursday and Kurt Mangren, or Theory Thursday or and Taylor Guitars, or just Theory Thursday?
It'll just be Theory Thursday.
Bro.
You should be on it, like you should be.
Yeah.
linked to
I'm
it.
pretty sure I am. I just like takes me a while to figure these things out. Right, just press share, yeah.
Yeah, it's rolling. Are we rolling, Dave?
Yeah.
We seem to be.
See, I'm trying to get it to. I'm still having a bit of difficulties. Oh, that's how I did it last time. Got it.
30 seconds.
Oh my God.
It's all right. There it is. I go back to my page. It's a bit complicated now.
Should I switch this off?
You
Just
can
plug you last
just turn the volume down.
Okay, the volume's down.
I make that mistake weekly. Well, howdy, partner. We're got a good show for you today. It's Thursday, and you know what that means.
Just like that hillbilly right there told you. That's right, I'm telling you right now. Just keep your eyes on this guy to the left of me. You're right. Time for a good night Humbarn show. That's right.
We're good to go. Hey, you got the barn doors in the background.
We do have the barn doors.
It's like a hoedown.
Authenticity.
We're ready for a hoedown.
Yeah.
Have to.
All right, we're going to do this city, yeah?
Yep.
Memories in my mind, I knew that you were mine, and I believe in how high I was. But now so many things are redefined. It's time to go and do those petty crimes behind. I'm too busy remodeling this life of mine, a rebel with a cause. That's hand in hand. We're trying to build yourself a normal life. I got a full-time horn section in my head, and more than one side. Wish I was dead, and some other time I put myself to the knife. Take it on to the bridge, yeah. Day after day. Trying to break will get out of hand. Because I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired of all the mega memories in my mind. I do that you about it, I believe in how high I am. Take it, friend.
Hey, wow, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We've been back, well, we've been gone for a couple weeks, and here we are. This is a fabulous T5Z Rumble, Mr. Johnny Tarr Part 2. Mr. Jason Thomas right here on co-host. What you got, man?
Oh, I'd like to say, first of all, thanks to our sponsors. This is a T5, you said Z?
T5Z.
Z.
Well,
okay.
and the T5.
And the T5.
It is a T5 Rumble.
It's a T5 Rumble. Thanks.
Royal Rumble.
Thank you. Yes, the Royal Rumble. Thank you, Taylor Guitars. Thank you, Kurt Mangan Strings, Iconic Guitars, Mad Hatter Guitar Products, and Guitar Tune-Up San Diego. Also, working the board and producing the show, Mr. Dave Wright of SWR Video Productions, Mr. Cthulhu in Chief. Also, want to remind you guys of our website, TheoryThursday.com. Check that out. Buy some stuff. Iconic Guitars, Kurt Mangan Strings, whole bunch of stuff on there. Also, hit our YouTube channel and also become one of our patrons. And I think I covered it, man. Legal obligations are enjoying the hillbilly new. I
was hoping
outfit.
you would say something.
Yeah, we upgraded. We did a partial kind of on the fly episode last week, so we did some changes in here. So we've got the barn door.
The barn door.
The barn door.
So yes, that brings us back to our introduction. Yes, we proudly bring you the fantastic singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist, looping artist, and this gentleman to the left of me, your right, has 1 million plays on his Spotify. Excellent music upon you. I'd like to introduce Mr. Johnny Tarr.
Mr. Johnny Tarr.
Hi, how's it going?
Coming back. Yeah.
Thank you for having me back.
Yeah.
I'm really pleased to be invited back. Yeah, this is because I had so much fun last time.
Well, I don't think we covered enough, man. We,
didn't cover quite enough.
We
did we?
needed you back.
I've got so much to give.
You do. You got a lot to give. We see it, we feel it, and I think our viewers feel it too. And that's what we're here to do tonight.
Yeah.
Man, where do we begin? You know what I mean? I got this T5Z, you got your T5, you got a
my
T5Z behind you.
Yeah.
We also have a new rig that you're rocking with this EV.
Yeah, I got hold of this thing a little while ago because I played quite a lot of weddings, and using this for like a cocktail hour or the ceremony itself, just a one-stop shop for just such expansive sound. This thing's really nice. Actually, I was really surprised by how good it actually is.
It sounds great.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's lovely. Yeah.
I think we have you running in the system. We have you coming out, Jeff.
Out there, yeah,
You
it's
know,
just like
serious,
little
yeah.
sprinkle here and there.
Jeff is assisting as Johnny Tarr's wingman this evening. I think another first.
Oh, is this guy called Jeff?
He's
Yeah.
Jeff.
I didn't know that. Hi, Jeff.
He has his own Facebook, man.
What about his Instagram?
Yeah.
Well, we're still working out that
Yeah,
Instagram.
you better work on your followers, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think we all do. Instagram's like in the lead right now as far as being the most popular social media site. They added that whole new hour video.
So Jeff's Instagram is more popular than your podcast. Is that what you're saying
That's
to me?
probably what we're saying. Yeah.
I think that's where we're going to be going.
Yeah. We're gonna be doing some
So,
stuff
how
on this,
are
man.
you, man? It's been a couple weeks.
Mate, I'm fantastic. Like I'm about as happy as I can ever remember being. Just getting to go out and do what I love doing every day, music, whether it's rehearsals or studio sessions or playing with my band or coming to do something like this or like just music every day, and I get to do just music for my living, which is, you know,
It's amazing.
it's, you know, not many people. You know, I often say to people like, not many people get to do exactly what they love doing for their living, and so being a musician and getting to make a living out of it, you're really lucky. And like, say occasionally I'll have to go in traffic, or I'll have to like work with someone I don't get on with too well, this or that, and my wife's like, oh, I really feel really bad for you, and I'm like, honey, most people in the world have to work with someone they can't stand or face things they can't stand every single day at work, and that only happens occasionally to me, and I'm, you know, I just
So
feel
that you're
on
not
top of
feeling
the
that
world.
right now with us.
No, I feel.
That's why he's doing something
Boys,
playing music.
I feel on top of the world. Like I really
That's
do.
awesome.
At the moment, life's really good for me, and
Oh,
I just
cool.
play so much music and get to have a life in somewhere I've always wanted to be in Southern California, and I'm like phenomenally
I would
fortunate.
like to cheers to that, Johnny.
Phenomenally
Yeah.
fortunate. Yeah, let
We
me
also
just
picked
let me
one of the
just
best
find my
Southern
my
California.
beverage.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, Mike.
Sorry, can't reach
Cheers,
you over there,
Cthulhu.
Hal, but yeah, nice one. Cheers, everybody else.
I'll transfer the cheers.
We've got a lovely episode for you, aside from Johnny showing us more of his repertoire off the album that is out there. And I'm not kidding. You go, any of y'all that have Spotify account, and you check out Johnny Tarr.
Let's go to iTunes too.
Yeah, well, of course.
That's where I
but
got mine. I
iTunes
got my
doesn't-
copies.
iTunes doesn't tell you to count though.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but you know, whatever. Who cares, man? I care because there's over 1 million views, and he's sitting next to me playing music with us. It is special. We do have music, more music, and no more Beat Buddy, which is interesting. But that's why
I got a beat buddy right here.
You've got a Beat
You've got
Buddy
your
right
Beat
there.
Buddy.
And you know what?
Beat buddy.
We've also added another camera. Dave, can you bring up Mr. Johnny's selection down here? It's a lovely view for you guys. You guys get to get more inside Mr. Tarr's head. When he starts a loop, you get to see how he does it. If all of you out there that are curious about looping, which most of us are, I suggest it to all my students when we're learning how to play music and get better on the guitar, learn how to loop a rhythm and then play melodies over it. And Johnny
Yeah.
Tarr, right now, Johnny, let's give our audience a nice peek, a nice, let's,
Okay.
and then Dave, keep that camera on him, man, because I think that'll be special.
Okay, so something I might do is like a particular favorite of mine to loop as an artist actually is Bill Withers, because Bill was a really simplistic songwriter in a lot of ways, but what he said, and more often what he didn't say, like were just really spoke volumes. And a lot of his songs, if you look at songs like Use Me, Who Is He and What Is He to You, and there's quite a few other Bill Withers songs that are just so ideal for the loop pedal. So I'm going to do a little bit of a tune called Who Is He and What Is He to You, and you'll see how I build it up. Now this particular loop pedal, which is basically, I'm in love with this one, and I still only use about a quarter of what it's capable of, but it serves all my purposes well. So you've got one looper here, two loopers, three loopers. It's essentially a play, record, stop, play, record, stop, play, record, stop. For anyone who's looked at one of these and thought, oh my God, that's far too much, it's far too daunting, I can't handle it, I'm going to try and break it down for you.
Excellent.
So the way I use it is on looper 3, not loop 3, but looper 3, I'll start my rhythms, and this is where I'll keep all my rhythms, okay? So the lights in here are operated with a click or a clap clap sound, and it seems like I'm setting them off, but don't let that put you off, all right? So we've got the beats going here, stopped.
Awesome.
Right, so we'll get them going again. Here, I'll do the main part of the bass line, the melody, not the melody, the chord progression of the song. So you'll go. And this loop here is the same length as the first loop I've done. You can set it up differently, but this is the way that I do it. And you might want to stick a little something else on it. Okay, so you got something nice going. Bass line. Did that with this pedal over here. This is a really nice octave pedal I'm using at the moment, courtesy of my friend Matthew Klominzer, which I lifted from his studio. Now, for a bit of flavour, I might stick something else, another ostinato. So. And that was with, I got a little auto wah over here. So you've got a lot going on here, right? So you can sing a verse, but also play over the top. A man we passed just tried to stare me down. When I looked at you, you looked at the ground. Now what I might do here is drop something out. I don't know who he is, but I think you do. Dadgummit, who is he? Or what is he to you? Hey, yeah. Then we could go for some sort of break. I like to play the off Kiss by Prince here. Yes. Now you might be thinking, what's this thing over here? Right, so you can apply loads of different effects to this particular model, but the one I used to like to use is this one, the old school lo-fi. You say that men don't have no intuition. Well, is that what you'd rather think, girl? Or are you wishing? To break it all the way down to that ostinato I started. Before you wreck my home, search out another new. Dadgummit, who is he and what is he? And this is great for soloing over, right, Mike?
It really is, Johnny.
I'll drop the bass line out so you can do that. loop a lot of vocals, so like to the end of the tune I might go, who is he and what is he to you? Who is he and what is he to you? Who is he and what is he to you? Who is he and what is he to you? Who is he and what is he to you? Who is he and what is he to you? Who is he and what is he to you? Who is he and what is he to you? Who is he and what is he to you? Take it off. Yeah, so that. I mean, that is kind of the formula for a lot of what I do on the loop pedal. I mean, there's other ways you can go about it and stuff, but my attitude to it is, if someone wasn't looking at you, it would sound like a full band, and would like it would be balanced and like not necessarily really making a feature of the loop pedal, but like trying to create a full sound for people. You know,
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I approach it. Anyway.
You probably sold a.
And you do it very well. That's what helps.
I've had a lot of practice, and that's what it comes down to, man.
Oh,
like, raw talent, that's great, and having a musical ear, that's great, but you've got to put the hours in, and you have to put the time in. There's just no other way around it. There's no other way.
Yeah, it's more about an impeccable sense of timing and juggling.
That first
Yeah.
loop, I mean, if you're going to do it the way I do it, and you want to put a beat under yourself, the essential thing to do is get that first loop right. You get the first loop right, everything else falls into place. But it's all about that coordination with, like, because I obviously do it with my mouth. But if you're just doing it like you can do it rhythmically with, say, boom. Right, so I trust that's pretty much in
your
you know what I mean? Because I've done it so much. My right foot knows bang when my right arm doing that. You know.
It is quite the system.
Yeah, it is. It's like, and if you know, if you get that right and you want to create something akin to what I just did, that's the key to it. Because everything else you layer it up. Because the thing is, you'll have a nightmare if you're playing live and you want to redo that first loop. You're going to look like, oh, he's messed it up. But if you play other stuff wrong later on, you can erase them while other things are going on, and you can get away with it, and you can keep going, and you don't have to put too much of a bump in the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that for all intents and purposes is my formula.
It's very nice watching.
But it's
you,
always developing
display it.
and evolving. You know, it's always developing and evolving. So
And as more new gear comes out and stuff.
There's more new gear. But I mean, because I know that they made one now that's 5, right, rather than 3. But the buttons are all like flush with the body. All I can gather from that is it's really for microphone artists who are just tapping them, you know, like this, and they have them up on a like, because that wouldn't work for my feet, you know. And I like to keep my hands free, so because I'm playing stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So this one here, I mean, I've still got so much more to explore on it. So I'm quite happy with where I'm at. And I'll probably be that like 70-year-old guy still playing in bars with the old rig, and everybody else is just using like their hands are reaching out for virtual instruments.
Yeah.
Honestly, Johnny, it's still very sophisticated. I appreciate watching the dichotomy of you starting on 3 and working your way from right to left. And then I like how you have the auxiliary lo-fi effect due to the style and the way you write.
Sure, that's
those
right.
effects make a lot of sense to me. And the way you assign it, and you're like, you know what? I can get a lot of mileage. I think this year on this particular platform, and you know there are other things that you can assign to this
there's
pedal.
lots. Yeah.
You know, I mean, God, I can only imagine. Like
There's there's like transpose and modulate. Like there is loads of them.
It's a
nice little
You
plethora.
can, I mean, you can, and I think you can actually use it just like
Do you know what plethora means?
for like a normal.
Can we
like wah pedal or something if you set it up
Yeah.
right. But yeah.
So every loop, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, depending on whether it's the guitar scratching or a
Yeah.
bass line, this particular expression pedal will take it to that lo-fi EQ.
Well, no, because I've got it. That's the thing. I've got it set up just to do the drums.
I see.
So I've got it only affecting track 3. Because if you heard it doing all the rest of the tracks, they'd all go like all the bass line and everything. So that's the particular way I've got it set up. Because like I'm a particular fan of like instrumental hip hop and you know the production.
Very
values
Tribe
of
Called
that.
Quest
Exactly. You know, and
thing going on there.
You know, I'm more of a fan of the beats and the production of hip hop than rapping, although I appreciate rapping. It's not what really kind of like moves me about hip hop. It's more the production and the beats and like that kind of effect and that sort of the way that can affect a song and like drop a song out, but still the beat be there. You know.
Yeah.
Like I've always appreciated that kind of thing.
Very, very good. Let's talk about some of these guitars
Jesus,
that we're
sorry.
playing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yep, that can be scary sometimes. So
I don't think we've had that many beers.
No, I've
So,
been having yeah.
this I'm playing a lovely T5Z, and there's a pickup selector up here, and I want to just maybe go through position 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and then I was also going to suggest maybe if you don't mind, man, you want to try? You want to? You want to try
I
that one?
thought you'd never ask.
Yeah. Let's, it'd be kind of cool because, our audience is already,
Well,
they're all warmed up to the natural T5 sound, so now we can, this is old,
I think this is like a first generation T5.
First-
I believe
Lovely
so.
instrument.
I believe so anyway.
Going through his system.
what?
Nothing.
Does it matter? No?
It'll matter.
Oh, you have to unplug the cable. Ooh.
It's okay.
Yeah, no,
We're
that's
muting it.
okay. That's totally fine. That's
You
not
got
a
it?
problem.
All right,
yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
Not a problem.
He's used to it.
I've managed to work that out over the years.
While you guys are waiting for
sound like
Johnny to
those-
get set up here, I just want to show you a couple chord spanks. This is position 1. This is our neck humbucker and acoustic body sensor. I'm just going to do an A minor for you. I'm plugged into my PT, so that, these are wonderfully crafted instruments. The playability is incredible. I'm sure you can, you T5 owners out there, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. They play fantastic, and I consider them in the hybrid category, so that's what's enabling me to play into my PT 100. So that's position 1. Here's position 2. That's just our humbucker. Position 3, bridge humbucker. Ooh, I gotta hear some distortion with this. Totally rips, man.
Do you need the tuner or are you good?
I got it, mate. I just done it. Yeah, yeah.
We're almost done here, y'all. Just giving you a little EQ spectrum of what these,
Y'all.
what this, yeah, it's all right. It's barnyard feel. Y'all, 5 positions on a T5Z now. Keep up with me, baby. This is position 4, neck and bridge in parallel. Dial up a 50s hollow body sound and add some chorus for a big, wet, clean tone. I really appreciate the suggestions on here. I think that's so
Yeah,
cool.
why haven't I got one of them? I've got like a guide.
You know
book.
what?
I imagine it's the same sort of positioning as this, though.
Yeah, I mean, does it? So you're the one that made the difference in the change right now. What do you feel, just without even hearing it? What do you feel right away?
Without even hearing it.
Yeah, I think we want to hear you just describe a little because I mean, here's yours. There's that one. As far as does it feel different?
It's just like what it seems to me is it's just like rather than the neck being shortened a certain amount or less like thinner, or it's like it's just been literally shrunk. That's what it feels like, just shrunk in every
body,
dimension.
yeah.
Rather than they've used the same body thickness and a different neck length, or it seems like the whole thing has just got just slightly like length, width, breadth, everything. Every time. That's what it feels like without playing it. Yeah.
Very good.
Smaller. It's like this.
They're fun, man. They sound clear. I got on position 5 right now. Neck and bridge in series. Fat and punchy with a nod to 60s hollow body tone. Great for thick leads and swampy blues. Ooh.
Swampy blues.
Sounds like
what you got there? C sharp minor?
Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny.
Right.
You know,
It's always nice to have backup, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I like to use a loop pedal.
Yeah.
right.
Because no one will play with me most of the time.
I don't got any friends. Gotta make my own.
So essentially, I think we're using the same pickup. This is a really lovely sounding pickup. What's going on here? And I believe there's construction going on underneath this guitar.
As far as I know with this one, I mean, if this is literally just a reduced size version of that, then as far as I know, then yeah, it's got this. I believe, I don't know. I don't know that much about guitars, but I think it's got one of them in here, and I think it's like placed that way. I think I was told once. I could be very wrong about that. But then it's got all sorts of an acoustic sensor and things like that.
That's
But
that
if you
transducer
scan it,
too.
see a demo of the T5Z. If we scan that with the phone.
Well, we don't need to do that now, do we?
Well, we're the ones demoing them. Yeah, they're, you
We're
know,
playing them. I think we're using the term demo loosely.
it does feel very nice. Though.
that's a neat tone.
It does feel very nice. Yeah.
Let me get one of those A augmented.
Oh,
That's so nice.
do you think they'd notice if I sent this one back and kept this one?
They might. Yeah.
I'll probably get a phone call. You know, I would like to try this one real quick while we're doing all these nice
While we're
comparisons
doing a
for you.
swapperoo.
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Play up, baby.
Yeah, of course.
Wait a sec. What happened here? I just took that up.
And you'll- yeah, you'll
sorry
see-
if that was a pop.
You'll see. Yeah, you'll feel the difference instantly. Mainly because
Cable.
I put acoustic strings on that.
Did you?
Yeah. I always put acoustic strings on. Yeah.
Ooh, this is nice. It's a little larger. And we have acoustic.
There's your volume. That's your bass. That's your treble. So that's the D10. So that's it midway.
Where's?
Is it in all the way?
Not.
I didn't put my amp on standby, did I?
I know.
Oh. Might not be in all the way.
Your guitar probably don't like these Mad Hatter cables. I've seen it happen before now.
I don't know why I did that. It's not working on my amplifier.
It's not going in all the way. Yeah. Oh, it's a switchback.
Well, it
doesn't
feels
fit.
good.
It doesn't fit.
If it doesn't fit, it must have quit.
So what would you say the difference is, just by playing it like that?
It feels slightly larger in my arms. I mean, the neck feels the same, other than the acoustic strings. I mean, I think the headstock's a little bit larger on yours as well.
Yeah. It's like I just think they've just kind of. It's like if you put it on a computer and go enlarge 5%.
Yeah.
Just kind of like that.
Well, I think it might be like going more for a Les Paul kind of feel on it than a 335.
Right, okay, yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Ergonomically
Strange that I
corrected.
can't hear your guitar through my rig, but that's okay.
It's for sure the Mad Hatter.
That's probably something to do with me being
Well,
not knowing what I'm doing.
We could switch back and
Unless
Yeah, because that's gone in.
Yeah,
that,
it's
that
in.
didn't go in there. This has got 2 input. Oh no, it's not. I haven't got 2 inputs. It's got 2 guitar strap things.
I'm playing the GS Mini bass, just so if anyone's wondering. Another fine Taylor product.
they play great, don't they? Got San Diego guitar, San Diego beer, and a San Diego crowd now. Barnyard doors.
Barnyard Door.
So, Johnny,
Yeah.
you do have some news. We were talking earlier, and
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
you know what? Since Jason's been here, he doesn't even know, so it's going to be news for him as well. Why don't you ended up taking a new gig?
Well, yeah.
You got a nice phone call from a powerhouse guitar player.
Apparently so. I mean, like the only guitar playing I've heard him do has been very. We were in a room and we were rehearsing together, and he was very much just on acoustic guitar and outlining the chords of the songs we were rehearsing. But basically, about, I guess it was maybe 2-3 months ago, I responded to a Facebook message that just said, does anyone in San Diego either do this or know anyone who does this? Someone who sings, plays saxophone, guitar, and keyboards.
That guy does.
And I was just like, yeah, I kind of do all that, yeah, to varying degrees. So I went, yeah, I do that. And then a few other people piped up on the thread and went, yeah, we vouch for Johnny. He can do, he can do that. So then the guy called me and said, do you mind meeting? I run a Pink Floyd tribute band. We've been going for a long time. And I was like, yeah, man, I dig Pink Floyd. Like, you got to be fairly, there's something fairly wrong with you if you don't, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I'll go and get involved. And then he was like, yeah, we need someone for a couple of gigs we got coming up. Winston's in OB, and then we got Mammoth Village Fest. Would you be interested in, playing the sax, maybe like filling on guitar, maybe some backing vocals, and you interested? I was like, yeah, sure, let's go for it. So we talked a little while about what I'd be doing, and then he came to see my band play, and we talked for quite a while afterwards. And he said, well, I've seen what you can do now. Would you be interested in maybe singing some leads and maybe a few other things? I was like, yeah, sure. Well, all a challenge, and it's all great music. It's it's something I'd be kind of passionate about. And then just before our first proper rehearsal for this band, he sent an email out saying, so it looks like we're going to be going on a Canadian tour next year, opening for Foreigner on some dates, and it's going to be the full-scale production of the band rather than the local one. And would you be interested in doing it? I'm like, yeah, of course, right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, it looks like I'm going to be going away with this band, and like we had the rehearsal the other day, and everyone's like fully Pink Floyded, like educated, and like everyone knows their parts, and it was just, we were all just sitting around the guy's coffee table. Tom Quinn, his name is, by the way, who apparently Mike knows and is worth his weight in gold guitar-wise, which is
Always
fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, because I didn't know him at all before, and now I've gotten to know him quite well, and I've got to know some of the other people in the band, and
That's
it
fantastic.
just seems like a really exciting thing, because it's going to be just a 3-week tour, so it's not going to be like you're on tour for the rest of your life. I've got a family, a young daughter, and I don't want to be away from them too long. And it just seems to be fitting in with all these good kind of things that have been happening to me as far as music and my career and life in general, So, yeah, it's going to be amazing. Like opening for Foreigner,
Yeah.
come on, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
I love
Going to see a load of cities I've never seen before, and just having fun playing music and getting paid for, like what I was saying before, getting paid for doing what I love to do, you know. I love my own music and I love to play with my band, and we've worked really hard on it, but getting to play with other people, I mean, that's the meat of the idea, isn't it? It's
that's
like
why
you
we
get
do
to,
what we do.
Exactly. You get,
We get to
you
see everybody
interact and you bounce off each other, because if you don't go out and see live music and don't play with other musicians, you're a bedroom musician, and that only goes so far, you know. So.
Or a barnyard musician.
We're in the barnyard.
Anyway.
So yeah, that was a little development that happened to me since I saw you guys last, basically. Yeah.
A lot can
Rad.
happen in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
And you also said that this week is particularly one of the busiest weeks you've had.
The week gone, yeah, the week gone
last
was
week?
just crazy. Like 7 gigs in 3 days, I think I
Man.
did, and just like on either side of that, there was gigging and rehearsals and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's things have reached a kind of manic level, and so the party side of my life has had to take a bit of a back seat, you know, which is always
Well, you're working hard.
You're out there.
yeah, working hard. But you know, this is what we work towards, isn't it? To be busy musicians and to be, you know, asked to play with people. And could you do this? And would you like to be involved in this? Or would you like to come and do the Theory Thursday, Theory Thursday podcast?
Just
That
did the,
kind of thing, you know.
The George Michael thing too.
The George Michael thing. Yeah, we've got to give props to the office, Julie Mosser at the office.
Julie
for-
Massa, that's
for,
right.
Like
Great
putting
job
these
there.
things on, man, because I've been involved in about 6 or 7 of them.
That's a lot.
And for me, yeah, because I know you've been involved in some, and like there's been loads of them though, right?
I'm wearing the one that I was involved with.
I wasn't there, but like there's been other ones I haven't been involved with, like Tom Petty and some other ones, but I've done, like, off the top of my head, George Michael, Radiohead, Pink Floyd, Prince, a couple of others I can't. And then we did George Michael the other night, and it was the best one I'd been involved in. It was just so much fun. It was so much fun.
Let the audience
Were you playing sax on Careless Whisper?
I was, yeah. So I mean,
went for the
the
juggler.
world could end tomorrow,
Yeah,
and
right.
I've done it. I've already peaked. Do you know?
Oh man.
That's like the iconic, like
Those,
that's like the sax thing you hear is Careless Whisper, and also
7.
Baker Street. Yeah, we're going to say it's like
Did
iconic.
you know though? I'm pretty sure that Baker Street is a soprano saxophone.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
pretty sure it is. Yeah.
It could, yeah. It
And
could
people
be.
don't. I don't think people often think that.
Yeah.
But I think it is a soprano. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is. I also get, like. There's a few things I get made fun of playing. Like when I play soprano saxophone, there's always
Kenny G.
someone in the audience that goes, "Kenny G."
Play some
I'm like,
Kenny G.
all right. And then whenever I play flute, because I play a bit of flute, whenever I play flute, someone goes, "Jazz flute."
I was gonna
I'm like,
say.
oh man. Like, so I don't bring them out anymore.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it's like just this. It's the you're playing the kid sax,
I know.
not the baby sax. You got the kid sax, not the
That's
dad
great, man.
sax.
So yeah, the George Michael thing was really good. So yeah, I got to give props to Julie and like all the guys and girls
Jake
at the
Major.
office. I met there was Jake, Ben Zinn, who I know you've had.
Love
on
Ben
to-
Zinn.
Yeah, Ben, like who's kind of doing
Love
the
you,
band,
Ben.
running the band now. Jeffrey Lee Hawthorne who also shared drum duties.
Nice guy.
I've tried. Oh, Ken Dow on bass. Totally, like that guy's an animal.
Yeah.
He's great. Josh Weinstein, keyboards. You know that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I've met
Josh
him.
Weinstein. And then we had like everyone from Whitney Shea to Ariel Levine, and we had some great singers that night as well. So
Ariel's
cream-
butt made an appearance at that gig too.
Ariel's butt seems to make an appearance of whatever he does these days because I don't know what he was talking about the other night, but he kept going on about this brand of whiskey called Cutwater whiskey, and I think he might have.
That's Ballast Point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been drinking too much of it because his butt keeps making an appearance.
He keeps shaking it. Shaking
It's a major feature of his act.
That's good. Well, you know,
Good
a lot of
man,
people like
Ariel.
to see that.
That's
Shake
great.
it. Shake it.
So let's dazzle our audience with another another tune here. I know that you.
What we got?
Let's
We've
do the
got,
cover, I guess, right? Don't turn it off.
The cover, yeah. Should we try that?
Yeah, because then I want to switch back to the. I want to play the GS Mini
All
for
right.
this one.
Okay. So this one is a kind of housey, sort of laid back. We used to call it coffee table house music back home.
Okay.
out where I am on this guitar. It's too small.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay if you want to switch back. It's fine.
That's E, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, sorry, sorry.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
everyone.
If you want to switch back, it's
No, I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got me going, but you don't know what you're doing when I'm in your arms. The way you got me kind of feeling, you're taking me high, high, high. Don't turn it up, don't turn it up, I kinda like it. Don't turn it up, don't turn it up, I kinda like it. You're kinda tasty, ain't you, baby? You gotta use that jelly, baby. The way you got me feeling, darling, you're taking me high, high, high. Don't turn it off, don't turn it off, I kinda like it. Don't turn it off, don't turn it off, I kinda like it. Kinda tasty, ain't you, baby? You got knees like jelly, baby. The way you got me kind of feeling, you're taking me, shaking me high, high, high. Don't turn it off, don't turn it off, I kinda like it. Turn it off, don't turn it off, I kinda like it. Don't turn it off, don't turn it off, I kinda like it. Don't turn it off, don't turn it off, I kinda like it. Don't turn it off, don't turn it off, I kinda like it. Don't turn it off, don't turn it off, I kinda like it. All right, Mike, let's do some pause. Me and you, me first.
up, I kinda like it. Turn it up, don't turn it up, I kinda like it.
Okay, so yeah, one thing I have noticed is,
Positioning.
yeah, it's just like,
You
really, I really,
less
like,
breath.
because I'm so used to that, I really didn't know where I was here for quite a long time. But yeah, it's just like,
I've done that before.
just gotta get, yeah, right, because you got
I've
the
got a
mini,
brand
right? You
new-
got the mini, so yeah.
Well, this too, yeah, but I've gotten used to I actually I bought a SG a couple years back.
Right.
I'm used to playing the Strat when I play. So, first gig I did, I just bought the guitar, I went straight to the gig. And
Right, okay,
it
yeah.
sits differently when I have it on the strap.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
The first note I hit was a whole step higher, my first chord.
Exactly. That, I think
oh,
that's actually
oh.
what I just did.
Yeah.
But yeah, like absolutely not making any excuses. But
It sounded great though.
that
did a good
kind of
job.
that's what just happened. So yeah, like it just it's a totally different sized guitar.
Yeah.
But I tell you what,
You digging it?
it's I think it might be smoother.
Yeah.
Like moving between the chords. Because I'm not one of those. I'm not that kind of guitarist. But I'm a rhythm player. So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sometimes that
it's
tighter action.
maybe it's just because it's newer. I don't know.
It might
but
be newer.
maybe it's just because it's a
string
Taylor
gauge.
and it's incredibly well made.
It's always
Because
well
it
made.
is. It's just lovely. It's really, really nice, and I can see myself getting used to it really quickly. But going from the older brother or older sister guitar straight to that was a bit of a woo. But apart from that, I had a lot of fun playing it.
I like how that in the parallel sound, it's not as quiet as normal.
It's the mom guitar and it's the dad guitar.
Parallel.
You ever watch that?
Serious.
Flight of the Conchords?
Oh, I did a bit, but I never remember. I don't remember that bit.
No, it's funny. He calls the bass a dad guitar. It's the mom guitar and it's the dad guitar.
They were great, those guys, man.
Fantastic music too. It's just like
Yeah, really good. My favorite is when he goes, when they're doing like a sort of hip hop freestyle. I'm the hip hoppopotamus. My rhymes are bottomless.
Yeah, I love that rhyme.
and he goes right in, but he does actually throw down though. It's pretty cool though. Like
Yeah.
he's funny though.
But yeah, no, they're great.
Oh, and once again, we don't have anything to give away other than our love and our musicianship.
Strings. Well, he
You
got
know,
his gifts last week.
I got a guinea pig to give away, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. So my daughter's too young for it. She keeps throwing it around the living room.
In the ball.
Is it a squeaky toy?
She's just like, I'm like, Ivory, stop doing that to the guinea pig. She's like she thinks it's
Doesn't know.
like it's not a toy, darling. It's not a toy. It's a living animal.
It's alive.
I was like, oh man, poor little thing. He seems to be fairly okay with it though.
Yeah.
He's pretty resilient. Yeah.
Good. Ivory?
That's my daughter. The guinea pig's called Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Ironically.
Okay.
Called a guinea pig
Makes
Mickey
sense.
Mouse.
Works.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's ironic slightly. It's pig.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
So am I, man. I'm having a
Excellent shoes.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
talk about
yeah.
Shoes tonight.
So have a little shoes discussion.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because you're wearing the ones I first saw you in last week, and then you changed on account of mine, which were more like moccasin-y type running hip-hop-y sort of style.
Sure.
But these little buggers, I happened to buy in Prague in the Czech Republic.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and it was either these or ones which are the same color scheme, the same kind of pattern, but purple and pink.
Sweet.
You need to wear the purple and pink ones next time.
Well, I didn't buy the purple and pink ones. It was
I
one or
see.
the other.
Well,
one or
hey,
the other.
these-
Well, that you would see that you'd use those more.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are more San Diego. This is
These are a bit
this
more.
is a throwback
They're
to our
very much more
Chargers.
San Diego, aren't they? Like a happy accident, that is.
I think they're great.
Yeah, they're from a New York company called I think they're New York, called A-Life.
Now, he bought New York shoes
In
in
Prague.
Prague, and he's wearing them here
In San Diego colors.
In San Diego.
And San Diego colors.
That's
and
covering
San Diego
all
shells.
bases.
Yeah, that is.
Now, if that isn't an enigma,
Well, that used to be San Diego colors.
Used to be San Diego.
Yeah. Now it's not.
I still call it the Murph, dude.
Well, there's no football team playing in there.
It's just
There's the
These are-
Aztecs, but then our only San Diego colors now are red and black. So.
I thoroughly disagree. Our new colors are barnyard.
We've got the barnyard.
So,
So yeah, where are we at?
is anybody saying hello or
There's a
wondering
lot of
anything?
comments. Everyone's digging the grooves.
You're
Everyone
digging the
loves
grooves?
Johnny, yeah.
Anybody have any questions about these T5Zs? I know that the lovely Taylor people are probably helping out with some comments and some
Yeah, we use.
saying some stuff.
You can ask us questions.
I want to
but
say
we
what's
don't
up to
know
Mr. Jay
anything.
Parkin, making everything happen, letting us play, and sharing the love, getting us involved, and giving our giving. What are we giving, Johnny?
We're giving just loving a family dose.
Yes.
Aren't we?
Yep.
Because we are family.
Sisters.
Indeed, we are. So. You want to do another jam, close out the show, do another
We're at
jam.
51 minutes, so we're at 51.
Oh,
so
well,
we got about 10 minutes.
We can do another
Yeah.
jam, and then we'll close out
We
the
should
show.
close
man.
out. What you want to do?
A jam,
at the end?
or one of my.
Well, I think we should do one of your tunes right now, and
Alright.
then end with a jam.
Move yourself.
We'll go. Yes, Move Yourself, which is the
All right.
second track on the album, correct? Is that the?
Oh yeah, technically it's the second
'Cause
track.
you
on
have
the album,
the-
yeah.
you
'Cause it's
have
like
the
it's
intro.
like whenever I thought I was being really clever, and I did like a kind of. It's like an intro fanfare type thing, which I made all on my tenor saxophone. So all the sounds you hear are just tenor saxophone, even the like hitting it and like knocking it and making noises on it. But yeah, it's all
Percussively playing.
exactly,
like,
exactly. Yeah, like because I do the
That-
keys. Plop, plop, plop. Yeah, that kind of thing.
That
yeah.
is cool. I messed with that a little.
So yeah, but this is the first. This is the first like, technically a song on it. Actually, what is going on here? Because
Gremlins.
that's not happening. No, sorry about
There
that.
you go. There it is.
There. All right, this is a song called "Move Yourself." It's all about. Is this like an over 21 podcast?
Yeah.
Well, this.
All ages.
Well, you get the idea
Yes.
then, don't you?
Yes.
All ages. Okay. Well, Move Yourself's about expressing yourself physically. Let's put it that way. Hitting it from the top. A 1, 2, a 1, 2.
Move yourself, I want you to feel it, spread the wealth, the just to be in it. Move yourself for the goodie health. Move yourself, I want you to feel it, spread the wealth, the just to be in it, and move yourself for the goodie health. And coming of age, it's the age of stone. Stone beats under your feet, so now you know. Kind of the way you show. This way, that way, you know the way we go to the moon. Will you tell me how you defy gravity? You're amazing me. Will you slow down long enough for me to think? You got me on the brink. Move yourself, I want you to feel it, spread the wealth, the just to be in it, and move yourself for the goodie health. Move yourself, I want you to feel it, spread the wealth, the just to be in it, move yourself for the goodie health. And how many days could you go on? The night moves, the queen moves, now all your pawns are gone. A metallic chase, the feet grow. I'll prove that this suits are solid bonds. Yeah. And will you tell me how you defy gravity? Amazingly. And will you slow down long enough for me to see? You're backing into me. Freestyle. Move yourself, I want you to feel it, spread the wealth, the just to be in it. Move yourself, I got to agree for the goodie health. You better move yourself. yourself. Move yourself. With a good enough, you better move yourself. Move yourself. Move yourself. Come on, keep it up, Mike. With a good enough, you better move yourself. Move yourself. Move yourself. Move yourself. With a good enough, you better move yourself. Move yourself. Move yourself. Move yourself. With a good enough, you better move yourself. Move yourself. Move yourself. Move yourself. With a good enough, you better move yourself. Move yourself.
Yeah,
I like
man.
that one.
That was fun. That was a good one.
That's always fun.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm so used to going, in and out, little 8, little 16.
But no, that's what it
go.
requires. That's what it requires. It's just that
Push.
that's what that song does. It's like a big solo, and then you fit around the vocals after it all the way to the end. Totally.
And you could pick this up on Spotify and iTunes and everything. And the album, this is the title of the album too.
That's the title of the album, yeah.
So
The titular track.
the
titular
titular
track.
track.
Yeah, that's right.
Full of excellent words today.
Yeah.
What
Well,
was
he's
that one?
English. He or I should say Welsh. He knows the language.
Indeed.
Yeah. Right?
All the.
I know you don't like that English Welsh. Right?
It's more like it's like Boston, not like in New York.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all the same, but yeah.
What was the
when
word
we're playing
earlier?
each other at sport.
That meant everywhere.
Oh, ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
Yeah.
How about that? I can't wait to misuse that word.
Drop that one.
Misuse it in some way. There's many ways you can misuse that.
Ubiquitous, yeah.
When I do use it, it'll be in your honor.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, like, name dropping me.
Yes.
At the point of ubiquity.
Master of ubiquity.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Are you cool? Are you feeling what's? I don't feel anything over here. I mean, as far as AC, you feel AC is what I'm asking. Do you feel cool?
Always cool.
Always cool.
I mean, aside from the figuratively speaking, temperature-wise,
I feel great. Thank
You good?
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting quite thirsty.
Okay.
Thirsty, yeah? Might it be
Oh, you know
time
what?
for...
I got
We're
water.
about 105, so
Well, why don't you?
close us out.
Well, yeah. I mean, Johnny's got a bunch of gigs coming up.
Yeah, why don't you let us know where we can
All
see
right,
you.
so 7th of July, the Johnny Tarr Quartet, the full band, the full complement are playing at Rabbit Hole on Adams Avenue.
We love that place.
From 10 p.m. Pretty sure we're doing the 13th and the 20th of July at 7 Grand from 10 p.m.
Okay.
Same setup, so it's going to be all original music plus a sprinkling, an equal sprinkling of like-minded tunes that are going to keep you dancing. Basically, that's what we aim to do.
Shall we expect this rig?
Not at those gigs, no. Not at those gigs.
We've seen him. He's probably got his keyboards.
Well, I mean, actually, my friend Miguel Estrada is doing sound at the Rabbit Hole now. So his sound
Estrada.
system, which is a beautiful QSC system, which
You like that?
that's my main system that I use, and I can't speak highly of them enough. Like QSC stuff is just like
industry
super
standard.
cool, super
Yeah,
cool.
works.
I mean, every club you go in San Diego now is being fully decked out with QSC, and they're doing the right thing there. So Miguel's doing sound at Rabbit Hole now, and then I believe they've got an internal system at 7 Grand, which it might well be QSC as well. It might well be because it sounds good in there. So those are the next 3 gigs, and then after that just doing like, I'll just be around town doing my solo thing every other night on average, you know. So check out the website, johnnytarr.com, no H in Johnny, 2 R's in Tar.
Yeah, well, there's I was going to ask you about that too.
No H in Johnny, 2 R's in Tar, because if you put an H in Johnny, you'll find the lyrics of this song by a band called Gaelic Storm, which is about the hardest drinking man in all of Ireland.
Listen to that.
Yeah, have you heard that? Yeah. So the guy goes into Ireland. I think he's a sailor. And he lands in Ireland, and he drinks every single thing in the entire island. They keep bringing stuff to the bar, and then he dies. And the doctor comes in and says, "Yeah, he died of thirst." Yeah. So, yeah, that has certain relevances, but don't put an H in Johnny, and you might be able to find the dates I'm playing.
Cool. I will put it in the
said.
link as usual. Yeah. So I'll put it in the body of the comment section while we close out the show. So as you're watching this, as we're not live, you'll be able to see it and go there.
Yeah.
For posterity, it will sit there forever on the internet. So, yeah.
I really
like these shows.
Yeah,
They sit there. We're done. It's done.
It's always there, man.
You can't take it back.
No.
Unfortunately, sometimes.
Well, before we do, commence with our last jam, I want to thank you very much for doing these last 2 episodes. It's
thank you for inviting me back. I feel really like privileged, and thanks very much, because doing something like this with like-minded people and like having some fun with it. I mean, you can't ask for more, to be honest. It's been really good fun. Thank you.
It's been
Great.
a pleasure, man.
And I hope it was educational for you with the new camera, watching Johnny load up the loopers. For all of you aspiring guitar, bass player, junkie musicians out there that are even, as keyboard players, there's looping pedals do not discriminate. So
May I just say one thing?
please.
If anyone does spot that I do have an iPod Nano down there,
Yeah, okay.
that is, I make everything that I do live. That's part of my mission statement. Everything you hear me make when I do a solo looping show, I've made on the spot. And the iPod Nano is not for playing backing tracks. It's just for when I do bar gigs and I have to put music on in between.
That's what I do.
I'm not trying to be funny or weird or like showing off or anything like that, but it's very important to me that everything I make is made live. I don't ever want to use like backing tracks in that respect, because I think that cheats the audience in some way. If I was going to do that, I'd put a backing track on and just sing over the top. You know what I mean? That's the opposite end of the spectrum for me. So that iPod Nano there is just for keeping
DJ.
people entertained. Exactly. In between.
I thought that was a piece of bubble gum.
No, it just happens to be the same color as the loop pedal. It was just lucky. I actually bought it for my mother-in-law, but she didn't ever use it, so I went, I'm having that back.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wish I could find a cable that small. You seem to have got that nice.
You know what? When you try and make a compact, like I'm sure you're always playing with your like pedal board and trying to like streamline it, economize, and it's efficiency, isn't it? It's all about efficiency, right?
How quick you can get it up and off.
Exactly. So like everything you see here is literally just the things I need. If I wanted to like completely like geek out and nerd out, I'd have all sorts of other stuff with me, but this is my everyday gigging setup that I can't do without any of these things, you know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
And it sounds very robust. It is a ultra fun listening experience.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome. You
man.
have the ability to have unlimited Johnnies.
Unlimited
multi-Johnny.
Yeah, like, I mean, I can't think of who wouldn't want that.
Right?
I like Lo-Fi Johnny.
Yeah, lo-fi Johnny. Yeah, he's an interesting cat. But then you get hi-fi Johnny, lo-fi Johnny, hi-fi Johnny, lo-fi Johnny, hi-fi Johnny.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will be. We'll see them next week with Russell Rambo.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Russell, you got Russell on it.
Second time. It's number 2.
He's
cool
my
as hell.
buddy, man. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great.
I love that guy. Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you for watching, and thank you for being a part of this wonderful experience that we have every week. We can't do it without you guys. And sometimes we could ask you to join our Patreon account. Help us out a little bit. Keep the show rolling. I'd like to thank our sponsors today, Taylor Guitars for the T5 Rumble Part 2 with Johnny Tarr. Also, Iconic Guitars, Ed, Mad Hatter, love your stuff. Also, Kurt Mangan. Strings, Don Louder over at Guitar Tune-Up San Diego, Mr. Cthulhu in Chief, Dave Wright, SWR Video Productions. I'm Jason Thomas. That, I think, is MikeRuggirello. And we are Theory Thursday. Thank you for watching.
Stick in G minor, mate. Just something funky, yeah? They stop you at the border. In the mourners, they're all singing, but they hide and drag you by your feet. And the hangman isn't hanging, so they drag you by your feet. They take you back, Jack. You do it again. Wheels turning round and round. They take it back, Jack. You do it again. You know she's no high climber. When you find your only friend in a room with no two-timers, and you know you need the yes, but you love a little wild one, and she brings you only sorrow. And you know that you'll be smiling when you be on your knees tomorrow, yeah. Come on, you take it back, you Jack, you do it again. Wheels turning round, round. You take it back, Jack, you do it again. Mike, sit it on back. Well, you swear kicking beggars that you're not a gambling man. You find yourself in Vegas